Hey guys, AJ here, back with another one for you. So guys, we're going to do part 2 of Bethpage, New York. Going back to Bethpage. Hey guys, we're going to probably do this in like 2 more parts because this is pretty long. And I tend to get sidetracked if you guys don't notice. But it's all good, you guys. So yeah, guys, we're going to jump into this. But before we do, guys, please remember to like, subscribe, drop a comment. It really helps keep this channel going. Join the Discord, guys. I dropped the Discord during the live streams because we have a lot of fun over there. And join the lives, guys. I usually go live Tuesdays and Thursday evenings. So, guys, check the community tab for for when I'll be going live. So, yeah, guys, let's just jump into this now, and we were in the middle of a whole parade of morons coming into Bethpage, New York.
8 hours, 8 men. Some come looking not for girls, but for boys. This is 35-year-old Craig, screen name 34 going on 17. He's here to meet a 14-year-old boy.
Am I going to jail?
What kind of hat is that? What is that? Is that a Ford hat? Or is that a Jets hat? I hope it's not a Jets hat. They suck, dude. They're if there's any Jets fans, like New York Jets fans out there, if they're a football team, you guys let me know, because wow, you guys are die-hard fans, you know. So
17. He's here to meet a 14-year-old boy.
Am I going to jail?
You're not going to jail.
I know, it was, as you can tell, it wasn't something I really, I was just going to hang out. I really wasn't going to do anything, to be honest with you. We talked, I know I said things on there, but I've never done anything like that.
Guys, who believes that, right? It's so funny. They have so many dozens and dozens, if not hundreds of people, and they all say the same thing in multiple accents, multiple languages. Oh, man.
I was just bored.
He sure didn't seem bored earlier online when he tried to coax a teenager into the shower.
No, shower with me. I stink, I gotta shower, me too, so let's shower together.
I know what I said.
Help me to understand, though. I mean, if you're the parent of a kid...
It's completely wrong. I know it is. Even just to even talk like that. I know.
Talk.
Believe me, I know that this is stupid.
So many men start showing up for the dates they made online, a kind of traffic jam develops. This guy heads to the back.
They're lucky they didn't end up like slave to mistresses and tennis boy. Sitting right next to each other, sweating their butts off.
Door, looks inside, sees another man is already there,
And he runs.
and decides to make a run for it. But 20-year-old Esteban, known online as Skatey Pie, walks right for it. But 20-year-old Esteban, known online as Skatey Pie,
Skatey Pie. What? Oh man, Skatey Pie, skate. What is okay? We better take this moron's word for it, right?
Pie walks right into the kitchen and waits,
Look at
although
this
not
guy.
for long.
Flip phone in hand. He's ready to rock, man. Look at him.
I asked him about his online chat with who he thought was a young girl.
Why don't you tell me exactly what you talked about?
About smoking, about sex.
About sex.
Yeah.
We cut short our interview because while we were talking...
Oh, they had to shove him out of the house. Guys, let me know how you think the cops would have handled this. Like, I understand that it took them time to, to refine the process, right? To improve the process. And maybe the cops help them, like, do some knowledge gap analysis and process improvement and all that other stuff. But how would the cops have handled this? You know what I mean? Let me know.
To Esteban, yet another man is at our door. We asked Esteban to wait in the basement.
Come with me for a second.
Hey, yo, Esteban, wait in the basement. Chris Hansen, come with me for a second. Let's go.
In 2.5 days, 18 men walked down this
18 men.
driveway
Look
thinking
at
they were
that.
going to meet a 12, 13, or 14-year-old home alone.
Look at that, guys. Look at the trash cans. Watch. Watch.
Yet another man is at
Time
our
out.
door. We asked Esteban on this driveway
But
thinking
rain,
they were
sleet,
going to meet a
snow,
12
or
13
hail. You look at the top of the trash cans. It's raining, and then it's dry, and then it's snowing. You know, they're coming out no matter what. This is that goof with the turtleneck under his shirt tucked into his pants. Yeah, he's the one
or 14-year-old home alone. All of them chatted online, often talking graphically about sex, spoke on the phone with a decoy, sent a photo, and made a date to meet at the house. But almost all the men said they weren't really here to have sex.
They're trying to dodge, dip, duck, dive, and dodge, right, guys?
And most shared yet another explanation.
I've never done anything like that.
How many times have you done this? Never before. Do you do this often?
No.
How often do you do this sort of thing?
Not very often.
Have you ever done this before? No.
Do you do this often?
Never. I've never.
Dude, props to the editing guy, dude. Props to the editing. Have you done this? Done this before? No. Have you ever done this? No. Have you ever done this? No. Have you ever done this? 9. Have you ever done this? Yet. I don't know no in any other languages other than like English, German, and Russian, man. If you guys know any other words for no, man, drop it in the comments.
I've done this and never will I do it again.
Look at this guy. He looks like the what's his name? Corey Edgar, right? Look at that. He looks like an even goofier version of Corey Edgar. He even has the voice. Look. This guy looks like some Sopranos some guy that was a stand-in on the Sopranos. You know what I'm saying?
Not very often at all.
Have you ever done this before? No.
Do you do this often?
Never. I've never done this and never will I do it again.
Talking online.
I don't know what even
I was going fishing.
came over me to come do this.
But perhaps the most creative excuses came from 23
Look at this guy. Look at that.
year-old Mike, known online as MUX8.
Do you do this often?
Never. I've never.
Sorry, guys.
Year-old.
I gotta get his age again.
I don't know what even came over me.
I gotta get his age again. Hold
But
on.
perhaps the most creative excuses came from 23-year-old Mike.
He's
known
23 years old. You guys. He looks terrible. Man, oh man, he looks like he's like middle aged. He looks like he's in his late 40s, man. And he's 23 years old. Man, life just must be tough, man, for this guy.
online as MUXACB 2003.
MUXACB 2003, huh?
He traveled from another state to meet a 14-year-old.
Oops.
At first, Mike says he's at the wrong address.
This isn't 554?
He says he's at the wrong address. I bet he just kind of thought, okay, I'm at 553. Okay, I can say either like a number higher or a number lower, and it might get me out of this.
Yeah, no, this is not 554.
Then he says someone was impersonating him online.
Please.
I have no idea what this is.
Either way, he says it's all a big mix-up.
Explain to me exactly how you ended up here. I mean, you just walked up the sidewalk.
You just Tokyo drifted the car. And walked your way up the driveway.
And walked into this house because what? You thought it looked like a nice house? Yeah. Do you understand why that story doesn't make sense?
After a few minutes, Mike decides to come clean.
Because I wasn't even thinking.
You weren't thinking.
No.
So
Because because I'm fat. Look at me. Like Vincent Ambrosio, right?
All that stuff you told me earlier is a lie. You want to tell me the truth now? Yes. What happened?
He admits he came.
Look at prime Chris Hansen, man. I can't. Black suit, leaned in, hair done. It's like wintertime in New York where somehow he has a tan. Just look at this guy, man. This is... For some of those of you guys who don't know boxing, a lot of guys before they go pro, they do amateur boxing, right? Because they're trying to go to the Olympics. And you see like a lot of really, really famous dudes, right? Hold on, let's see. Let's go here. Let's see. Roy Jones Jr. Olympics. Right? So this is Roy Jones Jr. in the Olympics. Now, for those of you guys who don't know who he is, he's really, really, really good. So look at how young that he looks, right? As compared to when he was like, kicking everyone's butt in the late 90s, right? This is him in his prime, right? And look at him when he's young. Where'd it go? Look at that. Or like Sugar Ray Leonard. Olympics. Look at how young that he looked back in the day, as compared to how he looked in the prime of his career, right? So they were young guys doing the amateurs, right, fighting all these fights, and then trying to get the Olympic gold. There are guys that have like 200 or 300 amateur fights. It's crazy, Matter of fact, Lennox Lewis, Olympics. Look at how young Lennox Lewis looked. Look at that. With the late 80s, 90s flat top, dude. Man, and then look at him in his prime, right? This right here is prime Olympics Chris Hansen. You know what I'm saying? Like he was getting in all the previous experience to finally go pro. And I would say that the third investigation on, like once they brought the cops in, was when he went pro. But this is like prime young and hungry Chris Hansen. You know what I'm saying? He's still getting all of his skills. You know what I mean? He's still... I'm going to keep this analogy going for like another minute. Yeah, he's getting all of his skills. He's making mistakes here and there. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of things out of his control, so he has to get his experience up. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, man. Look at that. Anyways, I digress.
Here hoping for sex with a 14-year-old.
Did you bring condoms today? You did?
Yeah.
So what does that say about your intent?
It was wrong. It was stupid. I was immature.
Remember, so far, these men don't realize they're being videotaped, much less that they'll turn up on Dateline.
I am a correspondent for Dateline NBC.
Guys, in the comments, let me know. I think this is the first shirt grab. Hiding head in the shirt.
It was wrong. It was stupid. I was immature.
Let's see it again.
Remember, so far, these men don't realize they're being videotaped, much less that they'll turn up on Dateline.
I am a correspondent for Dateline NBC.
They're about to find out.
You can't put me on TV.
Look, they don't even have the original music, man.
Returning to our story, you've seen how 18
I'm Stone Phillips.
men, after trolling through chat rooms looking for young teenagers, showed up for what they thought was going to be a date with a minor. They're about to find out their date is with Dateline. Here again, Chris Hansen.
That their date is with Dateline. I see what you did there, Stone. I see what you did there.
Just come in and sit at the counter.
In 2.5 days, most of these men likely broke state and federal laws by coming to this house.
Dude, he has the whatchamacallit, the skull cap. Beanie with a brim. Look at that. They still make these too, man. Look at that. Look at that. I think that my brother still has one from like 2002 that he wears every now and then. Look at that, dude. That guy was wearing one of these. Man, oh man, oh man. Man, this is college. Look at, what is this? How do I end up in these? Clicking on these links. What is this? Original handmade knit cap and removable beard. What is going on, you guys? What is going on? Oh, man. Man, oh, man.
To sexually violate a 12, 13, or 14-year-old.
What's going on?
Some talked probably because they thought I was with law enforcement, although I never pretended to be a cop.
Well, you want to tell me why you really came over?
I really wanted to just take him to the movies. And
Please.
But none had any idea our hidden cameras were going to expose them before a national audience. When we told them, most headed for the door, like Steve, the married man with children.
I'm Chris Hansen of Dateline NBC, and we're doing a
Oh,
story
no.
on grown-ups
Okay,
on the internet.
go ahead.
Dude, it's too late for that, buddy
Go
boy.
ahead.
You know, and you don't have my permission to put me on tape either.
I'm Chris Hansen with Dateline NBC, and we're doing a story.
You can't put me on TV.
Okay. Yeah. You guys really told him, right?
But some wanted a chance to try to explain themselves.
I gotta find this guy's chat log, dude. I swear. This guy is such a numbskull. I forget his name. I think he's like Ed in New York or Ed in NYC or something. This guy is such a numbskull. Hey, can you tell me that's your 19, right? Can you read between the lines? Oh, man.
Remember 34-year-old Eddie?
Yeah,
He was
Eddie
the
in New
one
York
who
City.
thought he'd found a way to cover himself legally.
As far as I know, you're 19 years old, right?
I can't get over that. He's like a vampire, and they're like, you must invite me in, blah, blah. Like that dude on the Lost Boys. Do you guys remember the Lost Boys? Hold on. Lost Boys. Villain. You remember this guy? And they try and like give him the garlic or whatever. It doesn't work. He's like, hello, as a man of the house, are you gonna invite me in? And then they like, give him garlic. And then they like show him a mirror or whatever. And then they're saying like, if you invite him in, if you invite a vampire in, then none of the weaknesses work or whatever. So, yeah, look at that. If you guys haven't seen The Lost Boys, man, this movie's classic. So good, man. This movie's so good. The only thing about this movie that I don't get, saxophone guy. Who remembers this scene? What the hell is this about, dude? Like, this guy, he was the thing about the movie that stuck out the most. So for those of you guys who've never seen this movie, right? There's a scene where they're all like dark and mysterious looking, and they're at a concert. And this is the guy who's playing. And this guy, what's his name? Tom something or other. Tom Capello. He was Tina Turner's saxophone player, right? So on all her songs in the 80s, right? And then he made his own career, and he would be on stage all oiled up, singing all these songs with like fireworks and stuff. Look at this guy. Oh man. And he's like, shaking his pelvis and stuff. Oh man, gyrating. Oh, look at this guy, man. He sticks out. He's one of the most iconic parts in the whole movie. But you're wondering, like, why in the world did they put him in this movie? Someone got a tattoo of this guy? No way. Yeah, he had that song. I still believe. Yeah. Oh, no, dude. Look at that. Look at that. Guys, yeah, check. I've shown people this guy's like music and people just don't believe that it's real, okay? But they honestly saw the Lost Boys and they didn't think that this guy was actually real, that he was a real musician. But yeah, dude, I'm not going to try and play the music because I'll get a copyright strike, but I'll drop it in the Discord for any of you guys who want to subject yourselves to this. Oh, look at that. Look at this guy, man. Look at this guy. Yeah, man, he's one of those, like, if you know type people. Like, I mean, pop culture things. Well, look at the purple pants. He's all oiled up, dude. And even now he's older. He still is out there, you know, chain around his neck. You know what I'm saying? Carried his saxophone. You know. Look. This was in the movie. Look at that, you guys. Fucking power of the internet, dude. Oh, man, oh, man, oh, man. Look at that. Look at that. What is this? You know what? I don't want to try this. Look, this is from 2022. This is from last year, guys. And look, I don't think he has the abs going on still because he's a little bit older now. I think he's like maybe in his 50s or 60s. But, you know, he looks good. Let's just say he was in his 20s in 1986, right? When this movie came out. Or was it 87? Let me see. Yeah, so this is years later. Over 30 years later, man. And, you know, this is how he looks. So, hey, man, he's still rocking and rolling and doing his thing, you know? Anyways, I digress.
When I confront him, he's ready with a story. Says he's a TV producer doing research.
Have you guys ever heard of that one? But well, actually, I was researching a part.
I work independently right now.
Yeah. You know, it's ironic because I work in television too. With Dateline NBC.
At first, this television producer appears a bit camera shy, but then he decides to open up.
I haven't done anything wrong at all. If you go into the transcripts, time and time again, everything that was said.
Picture this.
Everything.
Picture this. You lying back, eyes straddle your chest. It sounds like you were looking to have a sexual experience with this girl, Rachel, who we were talking to on the internet. I mean, I don't know what other conclusion you can draw.
You can search me for a condom. I don't have one on me.
Oh, as if that helps his case. Yeah,
I wouldn't have sex without one.
Eddie thinks he...
Guys. Yeah.
You're looking to have a sexual experience with this girl, Rachel,
Hold on,
who we
here
were talking to on the internet. I mean, I don't know what other conclusion you can draw.
You can search me for a condom. I don't have one on me. I wouldn't have sex without one.
Guys, right? This face right here. Please put in the comments where this lists out of all of the Pretos how punchable this guy's face is, okay? I would say that this guy's face is up there with Sokol. What's his name? Kenley. You know what I mean? Like, he's up there. You know, Schumacher. This guy is... he's up there. He really, really, really is, man. He might be on the Mount Rushmore of faces that you just want to just punch. Look at that. Imagine, guys. Let's do the Imagine machine. Let's go to the holodeck, okay? Imagine that you have a daughter, okay? And you've worked all this time to raise her to be a productive member of society and make great decisions and live a successful life. And she brings this knucklehead home for Thanksgiving. Look. You hear a knock on the door. And the door opens. And this knucklehead is on your doorstep, guys. What would you do? What would you do? What would you do, guys? Put in the comments and let me know what you would do if this crap-eating grin was sitting at your table during Thanksgiving. Ugh.
Eddie thinks he's pretty smooth, and he's not quite finished. He's got yet another excuse why he's not really here for sex.
I want to hear.
Besides, she's supposedly a virgin, so she's never had sex anyway, so I certainly wouldn't want to be the first.
What?
Yeah, it sounds like you might have been excited about the fact that she was a virgin in here.
No, I don't think so. You don't see that in there. And in fact, all you see is just little test scenarios.
Little test scenarios. Because that's a good name for a band, right? Hello, London, we are Little Test Scenario. And we're here to rock, you know?
For the record, it appears Eddie has worked as a TV producer.
I'm very interested in your story. I think it's a great thing that you're doing.
Oh,
I think it's something that you should certainly do more.
Here, buttering him up will work. He's just like, Joe Wonderler. Maybe I could work with you guys to help you guys out.
More and more, and bad people left and right.
Like yourself.
Thanks for the pat on the back. Meanwhile, when it comes to excuses, law enforcement...
How tall is this guy, right? I mean, Chris Hansen looks gigantic next to this guy.
Experts say they've heard them all.
It's not uncommon for these individuals, when caught dead to right, to try to minimize and downplay and to rationalize and justify and offer these excuses.
But when 30-year-old Dark Hero learns he was going to be part of our report...
Dark Hero.
He tries a different approach. Remember, we've disguised him because of his history of mental illness and possible suicidal tendencies.
I'm ashamed. I'm sorry. I didn't mean anybody any harm.
Then he reveals something that, after investigation, appears to be true.
I'm a schizophrenic man. I'm supposed to see my doctor today.
And no one understands him but his woman. Let me know if you get the joke, right?
All right, perhaps you should go see him.
I'm just getting my life in order. You're gonna ruin my life.
Oh, Chris Hansen's gonna ruin his life. Okay. It's not like he didn't ruin it himself. Guys, let's just hear that one more time.
Any harm?
Then he reveals something that, after investigation, appears to be true.
I'm a schizophrenic man. I'm supposed to see my doctor today.
All right, perhaps you should go see him.
I'm just getting my life in order. You're gonna ruin my life.
You're the one who made the decision to come here.
But I didn't know I was gonna wind up on television.
What would you...
I made the decision to come here, but I didn't realize I was going to be on television. If I'd have known that I was going to be on television, I wouldn't have showed up. Dark Hero.
You have done with a 13-year-old girl?
I probably just would have said hello and how you doing, and maybe we would have taken a ride in the car, and that's it.
You were gonna take her for a ride in the car?
Maybe. I just got out of a mental institution a few months ago. I'm just a guy looking for a girlfriend. That's it. You're gonna take a guy who's looking for a girlfriend and put him on TV and say, "Oh, here's a."
Oh yeah, listen to this. Listen to this. Come on, guys. Let's rewind here.
Hello, and how you doing? And maybe we would have taken a ride in the car, and that's it.
You were gonna take her for a ride in the car?
Maybe. I just got out of a mental institution a few months ago. I'm just a guy looking for a girlfriend. That's it.
Guys, just make sure to get your violins, okay? For good old Dark Hero.
You're gonna take a guy who's looking for a girlfriend and put him on TV and say, "Oh, here's a pedophile." That's what you're gonna do, right? Because I came to meet a 13-year-old, even though I didn't do anything. I think that's ridiculous. I think your story is a piece of shit.
It turns out Dark Hero has a long history of mental illness, and he has a history with law enforcement. In fact, his former girlfriend was granted an order of protection against him.
Yikes.
An order which he violated. He later pleaded guilty to second-degree harassment and criminal contempt. Yet here he is, able to chat online, make...
I dare you to step to the boom guy. The boom guy looks kind of tough. The boom guy's right in his face, man. And he'll use that boom, too. He's seen the 300, man. He can swing that thing like a spear.
A date and show up for a possible sexual encounter with a 13-year-old.
This is not fair. I'm just trying to find a girlfriend. I just got out of a mental institution. It's not fair. And your story's a piece of shit.
While virtually every man who made a date to commit statutory rape showed up at our house, there was another who never made it in the door, although he came awfully close. He's a man in a position of trust. 24-year-old Ryan Hogan, screen name Ryan4686, a New York City firefighter.
You want to call me? He wants to talk.
After spending hours engaged in an obscene chat, sometimes from the firehouse, he makes a plan to...
From the firehouse. Man, what an idiot.
...come over to have sex with our 14-year-old. But as he drives by the house, he phones. He's having second thoughts and cancels, telling our decoy she's too young.
He went back to saying there was immoral and illegal and everything else.
But the real reason may have been something else entirely. He goes home, gets back online, and says he saw this. A police car coincidentally parked next door to our house. But even that doesn't stop him. He gets comfortable again, turns on his webcam, exposes himself, and masturbates, all while wearing his...
He's wearing it. His firefighter shirt. Oh, no. You knucklehead, you guys. I'm telling you, this is the best part about TCAP. It really did show anyone can be a pervert. Black, white, Hispanic, Asian, rich, poor, military, a civilian, etc., 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 dude, New
York
people before this thought that all the pervs just looked like Donald Morrison.
City firefighter sweatshirt.
Yeah, it's obscene. It's obscene.
And then, unbelievably, he says he's going to come by the house again. He never makes it, so we go looking for him.
Oh, no! I think I've only seen part of this clip. I've never seen this whole segment. Oops.
Hey, Ryan. Chris Hansen with Dateline NBC. And we're doing a story about adults in chat rooms on...
Guys, hold on. Let's just take in Chris Hansen's action uniform here, right?
Again, he never makes it, so we go looking for him.
Look at that. Batman's got the bat suit, dude, and Chris Hansen, look at that. He's got the trench coat, dude. He's got the slacks. He's got the loafers, man. Look at that. Guys, drop in the comments what you think Chris Hansen's utility belt would look like. Oh, man. Come on, get him, Chris.
For him.
Hey, Ryan. Chris Hansen with Dateline NBC. And we're doing a story about adults.
Oh, he's got an old Tahoe, man. That's what, who remembers, Tony Soprano Tahoe. And The Sopranos, Tony Soprano had one of these for like the first 3 seasons, and then he wrecked it and got an Escalade. But yeah, so he had the Escalade, and then this is what he had at first. He was driving around in one of these. Look at that. Matter of fact, this is the one from the show. I wonder if someone auctioned it off on eBay. Huh. I love The Sopranos, guys. It's one of my favorite shows. I think that, it was my favorite show of all time. I actually think that The Sopranos is my favorite show of all time. Because I keep coming back to it over and over and over again. It's the greatest show ever made. Then I would put, Game of Thrones seasons 1 through 7. I would put The Expanse up there. I would put Battlestar Galactica up there. I would put Breaking Bad up there. Better Call Saul. Yeah, but I would say that I just keep coming back to The Sopranos. I love that show, man. It's so good. If you haven't watched The Sopranos yet, man, and you know who one of the most underrated characters? I haven't had enough coffee, guys. Sorry. Ada Turturro as Janice Soprano. You guys, what's funny is she plays one of the judges now on SVU, right? And she lost a whole bunch of weight too. Like, she was always heavier set, and now she's super thin, you know? But guys, she was one of the people that really made this show great, man. She was fantastic playing Tony Soprano's sister. Look at that, man. Iconic. Absolutely iconic, man. Check her out. And then, of course, Edie Falco. Yeah. She played Carmela. Yeah, and this show is great, man. Look at that. R.I.P. James Gandolfini, man. R.I.P., man. Wherever you are. Thanks for the memories, man. Thanks. I appreciate that. I've spent so much, time just watching The Sopranos over and over and over again. And I remember guys, when I moved to go to grad school, right? Because I had gotten out of a really bad relationship. This is in my 20s. And it was a long, the last part of it was very, I want to say depressing, but it was not a good point for me in my life, right? So I decided to, drop kick my fiance at the time, right? And move. I moved from Texas. From Seattle to Texas, and I didn't know anyone, right? So I was still kind of finding my way, getting a job, place to live, finding friends, and I would go to class, and then I would do my homework, and then watch The Sopranos, and go to the gym. And yeah, man, it really helped, So James Gandolfini, man, you are the man. That's for sure. And Edie Falco, you are amazing too. Anyways, I digress. Back to this firefighting piece of trash.
In chat rooms on the internet.
At first, firefighter Ryan says
look at that Dudley Do-Right looking son of a bitch.
He thought the girl was 19. Then he decides to come clean. The reality is this.
Look at him shaking, man. Look at his eyes. Look at that. He is shook.
Had a conversation.
This is at work. Oopsie.
With somebody who said they were 14 years old. It was a very explicit sexual conversation. You got in your car and you drove by the house where she said she was home alone with no parents.
Right.
That's all.
Right. He's like, and?
True, right?
Yes. But did I stop? No. Did I, in the end, make the right decision as what not to do? Yes, I did.
Okay.
You said that you had...
Here, reach both hands around and pat yourself on the back there, buddy.
Every intent of showing up at this house, except that you saw a marked police car parked next door.
I had driven before I saw the marked police car.
Now, guys, do you think that they're doing the subtitles because of the truck driving by? Or the subtitles because of his New York accent?
I made the decision not to stop. I really did.
But what about his lewd performance on the webcam in front of someone he thought was 14?
And then afterwards, you turned on the webcam and
transmitted
this.
Oh, he's showing it to... They got you, bro. They got you.
That was not supposed to be transmitted.
Of yourself exposing.
That was not supposed to be transmitted. Look at that. Guys, do you remember the video that I did of that corrections officer that was interrogated by the really good interrogator, and he got caught and he kept licking his lips? That's what this turd looks like.
That was not transmitted. For the record, I was talking to another person at the time. I did not intend for her to see that.
Okay.
You didn't intend for her to see this?
No, sir, I did not. Somebody else was viewing that at the time.
But if you look at the firefighter's chat log, he asks our decoy first if she sees the picture and then if she liked it.
Is this appropriate behavior for a New York City firefighter?
No, sir, it is not.
Or any adult to have this kind of conversation with somebody who says they're a
no.
14-year-old girl home alone?
No, sir, it is not.
Then what are you doing, Ryan?
I made a mistake at the time. I made the
At the time.
judgment call to correct that mistake.
Is there anything else you want to say about this?
Yeah, I think people got to use their heads. People should know better. I made a mistake.
So what happens now to all...
So guys, we have a little bit more of this left. I'll do this in part 3. You guys, let me know what you think of this. I mean, I remember a part of that clip with the firefighter. I think it was just the part of Chris Hansen, like showing him the chat log. But all the rest of this is just so old. It's crazy, man. But anyways, yeah, guys. Oh, and speaking of that, if you guys want to see a good show, check out Oz. TV show. If you haven't seen Oz, check it out. Look at that. Look at that. All these people in there. It's a great show, man. What's his name? Jay something Simmons. And then Stabler from SVU is in this. Man, this is a great show. Look at that. I forget his name. He's in it. This is a great show. And then Edie Falco's in this too. So, yeah, this is a great show. And then, if you guys haven't seen The Shield TV show. Oh, you guys got to watch this show. Man, this show was fantastic, dude. Man, what a great show. It sucks that they didn't get to end it the way that they wanted to. But guys, check out the Shield. This is one of the best shows ever, man. I have to say. The Shield, and then was it Justified TV show. Yeah, check out Justified. This is a great show too, man. Look at that. Look at that. Fantastic shows, man. Seriously. Really, 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 really good. But yeah, The Shield is a great show, man. I have to say. Everyone, this is one of the shows where everyone in the cast is just unbelievable. You know? It's unbelievable how good this show is. And one thing that I can say, Sharon Stone, SVU. So guys, I love SVU. I love it. It's a great show. It is. Until Sharon Stone is on screen. She's the worst. She is the worst, man. She's the worst. She's overacting. It's like I don't know, like every scene she's like, you don't know what's going on and I have to save people. And she's like a ADA. But she's like just overacting, man. And it's just terrible. She just ruins every scene she's in, you know? So I forget which season she's in, but I always skip it. She's terrible in this show. Most of the people in SVU are really, 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 really good, right? But she's terrible. And then, hold on. Stabler's partner, SVU, blonde. This girl, Danny Beck was the character name. She was terrible in this show. There's just some people that just don't fit. Okay. She's really, 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 really bad in this show. But she just doesn't fit. She's not a bad actress. She just doesn't fit. Okay. Now, hey guys, I'm gonna be done with Law and Order here in a second. The thing that irks me the most about Rollins. So for those of you guys who watch SVU, you guys know that she's supposed to be from Georgia. She's supposed to have a Southern accent. but the actress can't do a Southern accent. Like she tried to do a Southern accent the first episode, and it was like, "Hi, I know when y'all." It was so bad, you know what I mean? So they just said, "Just stop trying." But they'll allude to her having an accent in the show. Like years and years later, they're like, "Where's the accent from, Georgia?" And she's like, "Why, yes, it is." Oh man, oh man, oh man. Yeah. Yeah, she's terrible, man. This actress, I mean, they should have just never had Rollins be from the South, because she doesn't have the accent chops. But the character, I don't mind, but the actress really should, like, you think that by now, that she would have learned how to do an accent, right? Man, oh man, oh man. So, all right, you guys. This is AJ. I appreciate you guys. Wait, guys, who is this? This is Stabler's wife, right? Hold on. This is Stabler's wife. Yes. Okay, guys. Okay, wait. I know I said I go, but people hated Stabler's wife, right? And they hated Skylar Breaking Bad. Okay? And they hated Skylar. This actress said that she got so much hate. Like, everywhere she went, people, men and women, boo, you suck, right? But I think that she did a good job, right? But even though the character drove me nuts, but that means the actress did a good job, okay? And it's because you are rooting for Walt so much, and she's just getting in his way, right? Even though I get both sides. Like, I'm glad that she played the role, but I hated her guts too. So yeah. Anyways, I see why she got the hate, but also, she got the same hate because here's Stabler doing all this mess. He's going out there. He's working. He's doing everything that he's supposed to do, and the wife is just like, you know, just being what seems to us is unreasonable. You know what I mean? So, yeah, people couldn't stand her. And then the other one, as far as wives go, Lori, Walking Dead. Yeah. Man, people couldn't stand her either, dude. Yeah, they couldn't stand her, man. Oh, they had her as a zombie. Huh. Anyways. So, yeah, like, people couldn't stand her, man. They couldn't. She got so much hate mail. To this day, this actress still gets so much hate, man. And it's because, you know, people liked Rick so much. And then she was like, you know, she was banging his friend and then trying to, like, boss him around or whatever. So people couldn't stand her, man. She got so much hate. Those three actresses, Skylar, Lori from The Walking Dead, and then the Kathy Stabler, man, she said people couldn't stand her, man. All right, you guys. I'll talk to you guys later, and I'll see you in the next one. Have a good one, guys.